That's more modern. That's the type of one. Testing. Big. So we...
Hello everyone, this is Alan at Motor on Beep Beep, and today we've got a comedian who, one of my favourite, the unique sort of delivery. Because he was well known. Who is it? Norman Collier! Yeah, well known, a very unique style, Norman Collier. He did the faulty microphone routine. It was hilarious, wasn't it? And you know what? It was an absolute dream to watch because it was an accident, and I'm going to tell you the full story in a minute. And of course he did the chicken, the bantam chicken. I'm going to do my own version. That's going to be hilarious because it's going to be so bad. So here we are, we're at near Walton. This is where he actually lived, and this is the church. I'm going to spin you around. Look, there we are. What am I saying? This is the church, this is the graveyard. It's not the church is in the village. But lovely little spot, nice and quiet, cul-de-sac. So not a big area to look for. Norman Collier, fantastic. Norman Collier, he wasn't a typical comedian. He kind of shied away a bit from television. He thought a lot of his family, and he didn't like to do he didn't want to do the comedians. But honestly, he's one of those comedians that is absolutely unique. I mean, that broken microphone thing was fantastic, wasn't it? And we're going to see a little bit in a minute, by the way. And of course, he did the hilarious cockerel rooster. So, you know, really special comedian, unique.
It was that stage where little Al was calling out his bingo numbers. I was waiting to go on, and the plug was loose in the socket on the wall. That's more modern. That's the type of one. Testing. Big. So we... Oh, this isn't working now then. I'm standing there watching all this, tears down my face. This is what happened. So you've got to imagine this, little Alf with his machine and his microphone and his bingo. It's bingo time. You've all got bingo cards. It's a single line. One. Next number coming up. Ooh, 105, 15. And don't forget, if you miss your numbers, you can't. The crowd was shouting, "Can't hear, can't hear." I was falling about laughing. Now then, let's get this thing. Sorry, ladies, I must apologise. Charlie, yeah, get this microphone fixed, please. When I got home, I thought about it. Then I was working, I thought I'd give it a go. You know, and it went down very well, so I decided to keep it in the act. Charlie, yeah, get this. Don't make me look a fool to the plate. I'm pleased I was here that night when he was doing his bingo, because it would never have happened. I would never thought of it. I just wondered what I would have done instead, but there we are. I was here at the right time.
Norman was born in Hull, East Riding of Yorkshire, England, into a working class family of Thomas and Mary Nee Dowling. Norman, on Christmas Day 1925, weighed 15 pounds and 4 ounces, and he grew up in the centre of Hull as the eldest of 8 children. At the age of 17, Norman joined the Royal Navy and served as a gunner towards the end of the Second World War. Mobilised, he found work as a labourer. While working at BP's chemical factory in Saltend, east of Hull, Norman started making his workmates laugh with improvised comic routines during his breaks, and all too often outside of them. Encouraged by his managers, he started to work with the wider northern club scene, becoming a full-time comic in 1962, and enjoyed a steady success throughout the 1960s. His initial break in Hull's Perth Street Club, when the scheduled comedian failed to show, Norman raised his hand in the audience when a volunteer was requested. After a positive experience, he decided to seek a career in entertainment. He initially began working the local clubs around Hull and further inland in Goole. It was one of these clubs that he heard the bingo caller was using a microphone that kept cutting out. This inspired the broken microphone routine. He came to national media attention after a successful appearance at the Royal Variety Command performance in 1971. Though occasionally appearing on television thereafter, he made his main reputation in the Northern club circuit and was highly regarded by many fellow comics, notably Frank Carson, Les Dawson and Little and Large, who were regular house guests. Jimmy Tarbuck dubbed him the comedian's comedian. To the casual television viewers, he was best known for two routines. One was the guise of the Northern club compere, whose microphone is working intermittently. Another adopting noise and gestures and movements of a chicken, using his outturned jacket to suggest the fowl's wings. He was the original of the club chairman character, later popularised by Colin Crompton in the ITV series Wheeltappers and Shunters Club. The soundbite demands of television work never reflected the detailed and large-scale routines that have characterised Norman's club work and which brought him enormous success throughout the 1970s and 80s. He never participated, for example, in the 1970s ITV series The Comedians. Norman died on the 14th of March, aged 87, after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. His funeral service took place on the 27th of March 2013 at St Helens Church, Welton, East Riding of Yorkshire, and was attended by many fellow comedians, including Russ Abbott, Roy Hood, Tommy Cannon and Bobby Ball. And look, I'm going to spin you around. It's not a big area, so we should be okay. We should. I've actually seen the sky. Now the skyline looks like it's over there. You see, what I do, I look at the map and then try and check out where it is. So it's going to be exciting. This Norman Collier is superb, isn't he? He joined the Royal Navy when he was 17, and it all started when he stood in for a comedian who did not turn up, and that was the beginning of his career. I love these bushes, by the way. Look, how lovely how they've sort of grown them in a line. Just makes a central point for it. And he took over bingo, so he had that phenomenally funny bantam cock, you know, that was sort of strutting around with his jacket off. So gonna take a look. This is the section. So we're here now. Look, let me show you. All I've got to do is find it. It's only a small area, so we're not gonna have a problem, are we? He won in 1970 the Ace of Spades, which was a BBC competition where comedians pitted themselves up against each other, and he won. And then, of course, he came to notoriety because he did the 1971 Royal Variety Performance. But whenever you saw Norman Collier, it helps with the hair, didn't it? You know, I mean, I'm at a slight disadvantage because my hair's not long enough. You know, shut up. There's no need to be like that, is there really? I'm doing my best. But man's got limitations, hasn't he? Should have been a cockbird. I nearly fell over.
Leg of a cockbird.
So let's have a look. Here we go. I'm going to pan round. It's really well kept, isn't it? Look at all the lovely display in the middle. There we go. And there we go. And I cannot believe it. It's so easy to find. Look at that. Norman Collier. Norman, listen, I've got to say, Norman, if ever there was you are in my top 5 comedians. You know, I mean, I have favourites, but from the past, you are probably, I'm trying to be fair about this, probably my top 2. You know, I mean, that routine you did was just amazing, wasn't it? So here we are. I'm going to read the stone now, and I love it. It's got the theatrical comedian and sullen face. They always have that, don't they, for entertainers? Maybe I should have one. Okay. Right. In loving memory of Norman Victor Collier. There we are. Died the 14th of March 2013, aged 87 years. Dearly loved husband, dad and granddad and great-granddad. Adored by all his family. A comedy legend. And you were a comedy legend. And still are a comedy legend. You know, when you got a unique routine like that, and he was unique, was he not? You've got to agree, he was unique. I love the cockerel. I love that one. So let's have a little look around the grave. I don't think there's going to be anything else written on it. Nope. There never is usually. I just like to check it out because, and look, this is where it is. It's a lovely spot, isn't it? The village is, the village Walton is superb. It's got a duck pond, absolutely beautiful. They live there, by the way. So that is, we've got to go in and say, thank you, you are absolutely a legend to me, Norman. Absolute legend, and a nice, modest guy. I really, really mean that, and I'm so happy to do this today. It's given me great pleasure watching the clips again, watching them on YouTube. So that's Norman Collier, a unique comedian. Don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell so you get the future notifications. It's free. And of course, thumbs up in the and comments. I'll get back to you. So that is going to be one of the best ever for Norman Collier. What a superb guy he was. So I hope you've enjoyed that film. And we can all think of him and send our memories to him now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye from me, Alan.